Hello friends, this is Dr. Vijay Kumar. I am welcoming you all in my lecture on importance of statistics and biostatistics. As in the earlier discussion, I told you that this subject is very important in every field of our life, whether it is science, arts, sports, research, technology, supercomputing, neural networking, artificial intelligence, public health, genetics, data mining, academics, government planning, and business. In every section of our life, there is use of this subject biostatistics and statistics. So this subject is very important. Again, before starting this lecture, I will request you all, please. This lecture is available in both English and Hindi language, so you can go to my channel or description of this video for getting particular language video. Now come to the real topic, use of biostatistics and statistics in our life. So the first and the most important is the public health. Statistics is widely used in public health, including epidemiology, health service research, nutrition, environmental health, and healthcare policy and management. One word is new, epidemiology, and under epidemiology we generally study spread and control of a particular disease. What is the distribution, incidence, and control of a particular disease? Under this epidemiology branch of this medicine, we generally study all these things. With new technologies and genetic knowledge, we generally use biostatistics for personalized medicine. Personalized medicine is also known as precision medicine, and sometimes it is associated with pharmacogenomics. Under this science, we give a tailored medicine to a particular patient. Under this study, we are generally separating people from a population, and for different groups we just try to see what particular salt or medicine is more effective in a particular group, and on the basis of this study we suggest prescribe a particular medicine for a individual. Generally we have several salt or medicine drug for a particular disease, but all those salts are not equally effective for the all individuals in a population. Under this study, we just try to see which salt is more effective in which group of individuals. So biostatistics is very helpful here, and under this COVID-19 pandemic we are seeing statistics is playing a crucial role in analyzing how much patient is all around the world, which region has the most number of cases, and much more analysis is done by using statistics. This subject is also very useful in quantitative genetics. This is mainly used for studying the genetic basis of a quantitative trait. using this analysis, using data from different genotypes and data of different phenotypes, and simultaneously using statistical genetics, we can know that which trait is influenced by which sort of genes. So it is desirable to discover the genetic basis of quantitative traits, and we can explore all these things using statistical genetics. Statistics is also useful in machine learning. Here, by using machine learning technology, we can take decisions. Machine learning models generally capture pattern in the data through use of computational algorithm, and by making certain model, we can take correct decision. Statistics is also useful in data mining. Data mining is an interdisciplinary subfield of computer science and statistics with an overall goal to extract information from a data set and to transform the information into a comprehensible structure for further use. Statistics is very useful in academics in various subjects. Nowadays we are using the concept of statistics in various subjects including natural and social sciences, in governments and in business. In all those subjects we are using statistics. These are few tests which are generally frequently used. Analysis of variance. It is also known as ANOVA, and it is used for seeing whether two or more samples from a population are same or they are different. For testing these, we can use ANOVA. Chi-square test. It is commonly used for testing relationship between categorical variables. What is the relationship between different categorical variables? We are generally study these things by using chi-square test. We are also very frequently using t-test, used to determine if there is a significant difference between means of two groups. We are also using regression for predicting dependent variable on the basis of one or several independent variable. We are also using correlation. This is a functional relationship between variables. Sometimes if one variable change, then other variable is also changing. They may change in same direction or in opposite direction. With the increase of one variable, second variable may increase, or with the increase of one variable, the second variable may be decrease. So correlation may be positive, negative, and this functional relationship is known as correlation, and it is very useful concept. Mann-Whitney test is also very useful, and generally it is used in a small sample. This is an example of non-parametric test. Kruskal-Wallis test, it is also a non-parametric test, generally used in a small sample. Shannon diversity index, it is generally used to characterize a species diversity in a community. one more test, Tukey test. It is also very useful, and it is generally used for seeing which mean from a population is significantly different from other means. From a population we generally have so many means. We are generally grouping some observations from the population, and from all those groups we have certain means. So whether one mean is different or they are similar to other means, we are testing this by using Tukey test. Cluster analysis, we generally use cluster analysis for making cluster of similar objects. Rank correlation test is also very important. Generally we have some methods for ranking some phenomena or some object or some sire. Take an example of sire evaluation. Suppose we are evaluating 10 sires in a herd. We have 10 bulls in a herd, and we are just evaluating all those sires on the basis of performance of their progenies. We have one method, one conventional method. Suppose we are with the help of contemporary comparison method. This is one very old method. We are using contemporary comparison method for evaluating all those sire, and after this sire evaluation we got some rank for all those sires. So on the basis of rank we make an order of all those sire. Now where this rank correlation test is useful, suppose we have one more method, some new methods, least square method, BLUP, BLUE, some new animal model is coming, and before using that new method we just try to see whether this method is different or same from the old method. We just want to analyze this fact. For analyzing this thing, what we can do, we just try to make new order from this new method. Now we have two ranking pattern, one from old method, contemporary comparison method, and another from the new method. Now with the help of Spearman's rank correlation test, we can get the correlation value, and on the basis of that correlation value we can say whether these two ranking methods are similar or different. If they are similar, then we can use our old contemporary method. Conventional method we can use, contemporary comparison method. If these two methods are different and it is supposed that the new method is better method, then in that case we can adopt the new method. So this is where in this case we can use rank correlation test. And one more use is principal component analysis. This is mainly used when we have a large data table and this principal component analysis is used for summarizing this large data table into a smaller set, and this is very helpful in easy visualization and analysis of data. So a typical statistics course cover descriptive statistics, probability, binomial and normal distribution, test of hypothesis and confidence interval, linear regression and correlation. In a typical statistics course, these topics are generally covered. In modern fundamental statistical courses for undergraduate student, we generally focus on correct test selection. When, in what condition, what test should be selected, whether to use t-test or ANOVA, very confusing. So after studying these courses, we can visualize which test should be used where. It will be also helpful in result interpretation and how to use free statistical software. Statistics is also very useful in statistical computing. Early a statistical model were almost always from the class of linear model. In the beginning, we generally use linear models, but powerful computers coupled with suitable numerical algorithm caused an increased interest in non-linear models, for example neural networking, as well as creation of new types such as generalized linear models and multi-level models. A large number of both general and special purpose statistical software are now available. We have some complex statistical computational program, for example Mathematica, SAS, SPSS and R. All these are available. R is free, but you will have to subscribe for SPSS, SAS. So several free online software are also available. Statistics is also used in planning. Statistics is one of the crucial part of planning. Without statistics, the plan cannot be possible. Statistics helps to do planning in business, economics, and also on government level. Almost every government organization as well as a private one are using statistics to formulate their policy and to do adequate planning. Statistics is also useful in economics. Whenever you are going to study statistics, you would also learn statistics. One modification: whenever you are going to study economics, you would also learn statistics. Statistics and economics are interrelated with each other. It is impossible to separate them. The development of advanced statistics has opened new way for extensive use of statistics in economics. Statistics in research work. Statistics is the basic of every research activity. Research can't be possible without statistics. Thus, researcher should have excellent statistics skill for being a good researcher. Statistics in programming. Statistics is playing a crucial role in programming. Nowadays, most of the advanced programming is based on statistics. most of the Python developers are learning statistics to enhance their career in programming. Statistics is the foundation of artificial intelligence and machine learning. You can't get good command over these technologies without the help of statistics. Now, statistics in business. Almost every business uses statistics to perform its day-to-day operations. Statistics are crucial for business to make future decisions. They collect the data and process their customer data with the help of statistics. The R&D of any business relies on statistics. They used the recent statistics to develop the new product and services for business. It helps them to make a decision about the latest product and services, and company can take calculative risk on launch of product or services. So this is all about the importance of statistics and biostatistics, and we find it's very useful, and I will request I have made almost all population genetics lectures, and it's available on my channel. You can visit my channel for accessing all those concept videos, and I will also request for writing comments on the comment section and these comments are very important for me for further improving my videos in the future. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.